Look at the originals. Like it's Taz, Sandman, Raven, Dreamer. I think all those guys, they were all there before me and already laying down the groundwork. So when I think ECW, I think all those guys.
Would you put yourself like on a Mount Rushmore of ECW if you say maybe you, Sabu, Franchise, Shane Douglas, and Funk? Maybe. I mean, would you put yourself up there with those guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I would, because my title reign was an important part of the company growing, and that was why it was so fun for me and that point in my career, because I knew that all of my efforts, the harder I work tonight in my match, is really going to have an overall effect on the company growing. And we were watching the crowds grow, from 400 people to 800, then 1,200, 2,000. I remember when the first time we broke 3,000, we were so excited, and then 7,000 at the Beaver Dome. Like, what? During all of that, those were some of my best matches. That was when I had the TV championship, and the fans were chanting RVD from the beginning of the show all the way through till the end, till I would come out. Not always, and not all the fans, but it happened, and it happened a lot. And the fans that were there know that not only that I'm always honest, but that I'm definitely not making this up. And sometimes during the other people's matches that are on third or fourth, sometimes they'd be like, RVD. They wanted me to come out. And that's a lot of pressure. So I would come out at the end of the show like, wow, I want to do everything I can personally to make sure that all these people go home happy tonight, regardless of whether they've enjoyed the last 4 hours of the show or not. And I'll tell you, John, I delivered. I said on the whole effing show, I backed it up. Everyone was talking. Everyone was excited. It was a big party for everybody. And then ECW was growing. It was growing in numbers, live attendance, and of course, besides the interest that we were getting nationally, there was the going from the pay-per-views, and then the magazine, and then the merchandise, the action figure. Let's say action figures, pay-per-views, and what was the other?
Video games?
Yeah, I guess video game was another stepping stone, a good pivotal moment where it made us feel real anyway.
And if you look at it too, it's like you're the television champion for that long extended period of time. But a lot of people, me included sometimes, felt like the TV title when you were the TV champ was better than the world title, which is crazy in wrestling terms, because I thought the world champ was supposed to be supposed to be the best, but not in ECW. You were sometimes the main event, but even sometimes just the better wrestler, the better match.
Right. Yeah. So I felt like the heavyweight championship belt title made the wrestler there, but I feel like by me having the TV championship, I made the TV championship make something. So that was the difference. When Mike Awesome was the heavyweight champ, I wanted both belts to be simultaneously building up on like two opposite piers, holding the structure up of the whole foundation until finally at the right time, when we've grown enough too, we could face each other. But that was something that I enjoyed, was the fact that I made the TV championship mean to some people more than the heavyweight championship, because I was having the best matches every single night. They were looking forward to that match, and it gives a lot of the wrestlers a good reason to want to take that from me.
It's funny though, like when you look at wrestling, it's like, okay, the title sometimes makes the wrestler. Like you were saying, you made the title. Not only made the title, you actually made it more prestigious than the world title. I don't know if that's Paul's doing as well. Obviously, that's mostly you, but I don't know if that's Paul going along with it after. It's like, okay, this guy's way too over. We got to ride this train, basically.
Yeah, no, Paul was a part of everything. So definitely, he gets a lot of credit from the ECW boys, because he does deserve it. Looking back, it was a long time ago. I was fairly green, so it's hard to look at it from the perspective now that I have with to know exactly, like, recognize how much control he had or didn't have during certain situations. But I just always felt like he was there to talk to and to run things by anyway. And so in my mindset, he was always as included as you could be.
It is amazing though, to like to think like, wow, you weren't when ECW was having their run up until '01, weren't the world champion. Were you supposed to be? Like you were saying, you and Mike Austin, maybe you're gonna have a square off. Were you supposed to be the world champ?
Again, that's one of those questions like you asked, to open it up. I don't look at the plan book and until
Yeah,
it happens. Yeah, there's so much talk. You know what I mean? Like
yep.
we're gonna make you tag team champ. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And then when it doesn't happen, which one do I go with that was supposed to happen? The one this guy told me, or that guy, or none of it.